What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoy your time while you're here. Today we are talking about a £4, that is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 pounds eyeshadow palette. This is the £4 eyeshadow palette. Here she is. Yes, you can see right, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 shades in this £4 eyeshadow palette. That is like, I cannot do maths like that. I'm at uni and I cannot do maths like that. That is, I'm gonna guess, I haven't pressed it in yet, I'm gonna guess like 30p? 26p. 26p per eyeshadow. That's insane. So, this is the, I'm screaming about it and you don't even know what it is. This is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Visionary palette. So here she is. She's purple toned, as you can see. So I did this look today with this eyeshadow palette. Before I show you guys how I did it, I'm gonna talk to you guys a bit about the palette because it's incredible. So it has 4 shimmer shades and the rest are matte. The shimmer shades are this beautiful pink one. I'll swatch some of them for you guys to see in a minute, but this beautiful pink one, amazing purple one which is all over my lid today. This one, which is very deceptive, it looks white but it's actually like gold, it's beautiful. And this dark purpley, very slight shimmer, it's not like a bright shimmery shade, and then the rest are all mattes. We have this bright purple which is on my eyes also, and this plum dark kind of cool tone purple, and then a dusty kind of purpley pinky shade here, and then the rest are varying different shades of transition, which I love because not everybody has the same transition shade. Like, there are deeper skin tones which will use more of these sorts of transition shades. Then there's people with lighter skin tones who could use this transition shade. It is very cool toned though, so if you are a warm toned kind of person, they have more shades in this Reloaded series. I have a different one which is, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it in the description, which is very like neutral earthy kind of tones like yellows and greens. That's also £4 and also amazing. And then they have the Neutrals palette, not spelt like neutrals, spelt like this, like neutrals. And that is like your ideal warm toned palette, so if you're looking for one of those, you can get it. But this palette is what I've used today, so that's what I have to say about this palette. It's affordable, it's purple, and it's beautiful. So I've already primed my eyelids. I just used the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer on my eyelids as I was carving out my eyebrows, and then I set it with the Mercier setting translucent powder. And you could just use a concealer or eyeshadow primer and not set it, because then it would be wet, so then the pigment would be really bright. First shade that I'm going to take is this one right here. It is a cool toned, very slightly purpley brown. Obviously, as you can tell from this palette, we're doing a purple look today. So yeah, I think a cool toned brown would set it off nicely. If it's too warm, it might not blend well with the purple, so I'm going to take that on the Sigma Taper Blending E40 brush, and I'm going to use this through the crease and above as my transition. And I'm going to blend this with a really light hand. I always used to think this part of eyeshadow look was so pointless when I watched makeup tutorials, like especially Tati. She uses like a really super light transition and then like puts so many transition shades or like crease shades to blend it up, which now I know makes it look amazing, but at the time I was like, that's just so pointless, like it's doing nothing because you can like barely tell a difference. This is quite a dark transition, so you kind of can, but it really does make a difference. Now I'm going to swap over to the Real Techniques Domed Shadow Brush. This one's really good for if you want like a really bright pigmented kind of colour. It's pretty good for blending, but I mainly use it to pack colour into the crease. It doesn't put it in like such a harsh line because it's not really tapered, but it's really good for packing a lot of pigment on from one shadow. So next I'm going to go in with the brightest purple in the palette, this one right in the middle, shade number 8. So this one right here, and I'm going to put that through the crease, the outer corner, basically everywhere where I put this, but a bit lower down and more in on the outer corner. And I'm just going to go in with the transition shade and the brush that we used before and just fluff out the edges. Now I'm going to take the Morphe M139 tapered brush and the darkest purple in the palette, this one. Be careful with this because I feel like if you went too wrong it might look like you have a black eye. So let's avoid that. I'm just going to take it lightly onto the brush, tap off the excess and work that into the outer corners. I'm going to move on to the lid and I'm going to take this beautiful, this is probably like, these two shades are the main reason why I bought this palette. I'm going to take this amazing purple shimmer shade and I'm going to pack this onto my lid all over except for the very outer corner where I just put that dark purple. To give it its best shot at looking amazing, I am going to spray setting spray onto my brush. And I'm using this Eco Tools double-ended brush. I'm going to take this really flat, dense side. And the setting spray I'm using is the Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix Hydrating and Plumping Makeup Fixing Spray. So I'm just going to dip my brush, doing this in a mirror so I don't mess this up, into the shade so that it's all over the brush. Then spray setting spray on it to dampen it and then go in. I'm going to take the brush, what eyebrow? I'm going to take the brush that I used for the darkest purple in the outer corner and blend it into where the shimmer shade is. Next I'm going to take this flat shader brush from Barry M and this white in the top corner, I guess number 5, and I'm just going to clean up around the edges under my brow bone. So I'm just going to pack this there and it will, because it's a matte shade, so I can blend it into the purple and like clean out and brighten under there. Brighten, that's what I was looking for. Then lastly I'm going to take a Morphe G27 pencil brush and this deceiving little shade down here. It looks sort of like marbly whitey shimmery kind of colour, shade number 13, but it's actually like a champagne-y gold kind of. It's like sits this colour but then the reflex in it are gold and it's just so pretty. It like feels like I'm beaming when I wear it. It's so pretty. So I'm going to put this in my inner corner, slightly up into where I put that purple shimmer, just laying it over the top just to give the illusion of like big eyes. And then I'm also going to put it on top of the white matte shade on my brow bone. So you can see it's kind of goldy on the inner corner there. Oh, it's so pretty. For my lower lash line, I'm going to take that bright purple in the middle of the palette and run that all the way along. Then I'm going to take the purple shimmer shade that we used all over the lid, and I'm going to put that on the inner half of my lower lash line. I'm super impressed with how this shadow turned out. I just can't believe that this palette is £4. It's insane. Anyway, I am going to put on the NYX Epic Ink liner in the shade Black, and the MAC Hot and Naughty 2 Black Lash, and the Ardell Wispy Lashes, and I will be right back. To finish off this look, I am going to apply a pinky golden kind of highlight from the sleek Copperplate highlighting palette. Then for my lips, I'm going to use the MAC lip pencil in the shade Oak and the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Aquarius. This is literally my favourite nude lip combination. It's so pretty. Okay, so that is it for the makeup. So that is everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like it, more reviews of palettes, more looks, I also do vlogs of when interesting things happen in my life, and fashion videos. So if you're interested in any of that, then hit the subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching.